Your Azir build probably sucks. Sorry, but it's just statistically the truth. And hey, if your cookie cutter rune page that you got from typing in League of Legends Azir runes build on Bing is enough, that's great, congratulations. But if you can do that with a weird ass page, then building him correctly will make your climb much smoother. In this video, I'll walk you through each Azir keystone, what the purpose of each one is, and hopefully by the end, you'll have a good idea of what to build on this Riot Forsaken champion in your games. Versatility is one of Azir's greatest strengths, but that also means you'll find very limited success in going for the same build every single game. He's got 3 different main playstyles that you should choose depending on what matchup you find yourself in, each one excelling at different things and with unique weaknesses. So for DPS, you've got Conqueror and Lethal Tempo, Burst, Electrocute, Halo Blades for Strike, and then Poke, you've got Comet, and yes, Airy, and I'll get to that in a minute. So for DPS, Conqueror is generally preferred because it gives you more value early and mid-game and still scales well, since you already get enough attack speed from leveling W, having 3 soldiers down and stacking up Legend Alacrity. It's great against champions who you can harass through the whole laning phase, such as Yone, Yasuo and Sylas. Lethal Tempo, on the other hand, isn't very noticeable in lane, and in the mid-game it does make team fighting pretty strong, but at that point, raw AP is more valuable than attack speed most of the time. Late game is where it can shine, since it lets you melt the enemy team if the fight lasts for a little too long. Now for Burst Azir, these runes are meant for front-loaded damage. Just unload everything you have and hope the enemy dies quick. Halo Blades is the most oppressive against champions with shorter range than you. Think of Talon, again Yone, Veigar, Cassiopeia. Your basic trading combo of auto Q auto becomes faster, so you can squeeze in a 3rd auto after Q. And then, after laning phase is over, you can unload those 3 autos really quickly without having to commit in with E. Electrocute will be a better option against champions who can heavily punish you for standing still to auto-attack. It's best for doing quick trades and bailing when you're vulnerable, against things like Zed, LeBlanc or poke mages like Ziggs and Xerath, who can lend their skill shots while you are standing still auto-attacking. First Strike is more meant for mid-game. You take it in lanes where you can control when to trade and try to get a little pocket change from it. In the mid-game, after finishing Ludens, your front-loaded damage will be amplified by the 10% bonus from the rune and give you more than just a little change to get your items a little faster. Now these are runes you take in particularly tough matchups, poke mages and champions who can just stay away from your pressure very easily. When laning against something like Lux, Ziggs or Vel'Koz, it's much easier to step up for a Q auto at 700 range than doing auto Q auto at 540. Comet is the default option for this, but some psychopaths take Airy and use it for the more consistent poke during lane, since it's on a lower cooldown and can't be dodged. Both of these fall off pretty hard, Airy a little earlier, but the idea is to get an early lead in lane and then leverage the advantages you get from that. As a rule of thumb, you get DPS runes against low-range teams, Burst against long-range squishies, and Poke to play a difficult lane and get early leads, though they do not scale. Now this is really important. Once you've got a better knowledge of Azir and each matchup, consider adapting your runes to suit what you're facing in lane or on the enemy team comp. For example, I like bringing Comet and Perfect Timing against Zed, because you can poke him hard early game without much he can do, and then you get a free stopwatch which you're gonna buy anyway. Just remember to bring at least 1 mana rune, which can be Mana Flow Band, Biscuit Delivery or Presence of Mind. Azir is a very mana hungry champion, and having at least one of those will help you in the lane, though Presence of Mind will leave you a bit mana hungry in the early lane. As a matter of fact, I'm not the best Azir player out there, far from it. I'm not the most experienced, nor the most knowledgeable. Many may say I'm flat out bad, and they're probably right, but don't take my word for gospel. If I can make these builds work in my games, you can too. So test them out, give every build a fair chance and see what you like. Experimentation is key. And if you want to know more about the Burst build, check out this video, which goes into more detail. Hope to see you there, and thank you for watching.